the sun was synonymous with the power of Jesus, you would figure out that Jesus should have had black skin. That's the reason why they hide the whole sun and push it completely out the picture. All green, you see that? It means growth and regeneration, not decadence and death and genocide and war like Jesus gave you. Assad. And hold on, wait a minute. They got nerves. This is not an alternate name. Okay, see, this is the games. This is not the alternate name. This is the original name. Okay, this is not the alternate. Osiris is the freaking bastardized, stolen, plagiarized European name, which is not the name that this whole segment should have started with. This whole segment should have started with Asar. And the name Osiris should be the last one that shows up, because all the other names that come after Asar is original ancient Kemetic names. The name Osiris is the name that came up the last of all the names you're getting ready to just see, because it was taught to them. And they use weapons and violence to, just like they're going to give you that Osiris shit as being the lead name. And then this is supposed to be the alternative name. I can't believe that. When if you go to Egypt, you ain't going to see Osiris on the wall anywhere. All you're going to see is Asar. Mineret, definitely Irish, African. Nebuchadnezzar, I always tell you about that. Nebuchadnezzar, that which encompasses all. Amenophet, why don't you see Quetzalcoatl in there too? Nefer, Nefret. These are all the names of the great god Asar. Look at the uterus of the female, just like you see coming down from heaven. And the thing, ooh, sir, you see it coming down all the time. You can see it. Look. Winnen Nefer. That's what it is. Shata Neter. Winnen Nefer. Nefer. Mean way of the gods. See the Y's? YXY? Oh, let me get that back. Look, I want to show you something. See, look. You see that Y? That's a female yoni. See it comes down by itself? But this is the phallus, the green light that comes down. Now you have the other one that's connected right there. And this phallus comes down to the earth and goes up to the top. They knew all that. That's why its symbols and letters have meaning. Look at this. There it goes right there. See? But look at all the holes. Look at the square right there. See? The square. Look at the serpent energy. And the S. See, all these letters were made by the Egyptians, sages. And this whole English lettering that you guys utilize, you don't even know where it freaking came from. You know who wrote this language for you? The black man did. Believe it or not. Look at this. The crook, the flail, the seeing eye of Asar, the dimensions of the female, all of it. The serpent power energy, okay? The UFOs right there in the blue sky, all right? The ocean. Showing you under the ocean, everything. Showing you the parallel of the woman right there, okay? All this stuff is right in there. And you see who the God is. All this stuff around Asar. And then you want to overlook that. And you can see the diamond triangles that we see flying in the sky right now. All this ancient stuff right here, okay? That's in the walls of ancient. Here's the equator that goes around the earth. All this shit here, the equators, the polarity poles of the regenerative organs of man and woman, all this information that we got on this earth to sustain our existence as the oldest God-worshipping people on the planet. And then you guys come with guns and violence and push all this shit under the rug and stagnate everything with your fake-ass dead Jesus. And we got all this stuff to show you where that came from. And you guys would want to lie and watch everything die, then to get your ass in class and catch up and learn so we could fix this earth and keep it pushing. There's that We know what that is. That's the flail in the whip. See, this crook right here is to show you who is the good shepherd. Way before Jesus ever brought his lion ass on earth and claimed that title. And here's the flail to fight off adversities. And you can see it's 3. 1, 2, 3. Just like the UFOs show you in the sky all the time. 3. Okay? All the time. All the damn time. You can see that this is all synonymous with us. Just like they come to the earth in the sunlight, and then there goes right there, the woman. The woman. All the time. And this shit is everywhere, all over the earth. And what do? They hide it and try to keep black men in prison. So this information I'm giving you right now, you can never get. That's what their whole plan is. So they could be the devilish rulers with their lying Jesus forever. That's the Djed. Asar's Djed. That I know. This is just too much stuff to substantiate what I've been telling you for you to not try to fail me on this. Here it goes right here. That I told you Aristotle was sitting his ass on in that building. I showed it to you. I showed it to you with the God Ptah sitting on it to show you that the creator of the universe is Asar. The overall father of everyone on this earth is Asar, Ra, Satep, and Ra, Ma'at. That'll be me. These 4 right here, like I said, is chakra centers. This is your heart chakra. All the way to the top. Another one is, I think, Sanab. I can't remember all that. I'm not going to try. But until you reach this chakra center right here, that's the only way that Asar is able to sit up on this throne, because he has the intelligence to render himself to be the Asar. To sit here. Not Jesus, not Aristotle, none of those lying Greek, plagiarizing phonies that don't set up anything but corruption and death and decadence and concentration camps and genocide. That's all they've ever done. That's, you know, I'm not lying. That's all we ever saw. You guys just think that's normal. That's what the problem is. You don't think there's anything wrong with that, and you let it go on forever. Which is stealing asses. His name is not Osiris. The name is Asar.
Not Osiris.
No, it's not. It's
not
Asar. And as you can see, he's green, and it's obvious a petition of some man dressed in all white. The Pope and all those bastards that you see, Jesus and the KKK, and all of them stole all this shit from us. The Axis, every damn thing. Everything that they use to hate us with is our stuff.
Which is the representation of the direction east. And if you remember, the god Men was also the god of the he also represented the direction east.
Let me tell you why. Because the direction east is where the sun rises at. Let's see if he mentions that. That's facing sunrise. What I do in the morning when I pay homage to the sun, I face east.
But I would recommend using Osiris.
Here come their crazy brainwash stuff now. When they come in, and you can throw, when they start throwing their European shit in, you know it's getting ready to get ugly, okay? You already know. But as you can see, the hat right there is what the KKK wear up on their head now, okay? All this shit stolen from us and tarnished, okay? And so does the Pope wear it too. And as you can see, the wrapping is the swaddling clothing that you, in other words, resurrected from the dead. Like mummification, resurrected, green, regeneration. What I'm getting ready to do to this earth.
Oval men. You do not know how many times I have said Horus instead of Osiris, and I had to read you this video.
Well, here's the deal. Horus is really Heru. They really made me mad when they just try to push those names completely out of the picture. Okay, I made a mistake because I said Horus instead of Osiris. Well, you know, you forgot to mention Asar and Heru altogether too. The true name for Horus is Heru, which is the ancient Kemetic name. Alright, and the true name for Osiris is Asar, which is the ancient Kemetic name. The original names of these gods. Heru is the son of Asar.
Anyhow, I want to say that Osiris, one of the titles was King of Kings.
And then they stole it and gave it to Jesus. As you can see, these are a black civilization. This is the black queen of Set. Okay? You can see the black god Asar with all the magic of the stars in the background. You can see the mystic cosmic people that we've always been, time travelers. This knowledge has been stolen from us and hidden.
The three Abrahamic faith Jesus all the time say that though Jesus was King of Kings, and it's very interesting that that was his title, and it goes to show that that's something they took from the Egyptian pantheon.
That's absolutely right.
Now, God Osiris was not only God of reincarnation, but God of seven other things, such as God of creation, God of abundance,
Pure potential,
God of death,
told you, come to kill your ass,
God of dreams,
I always have
God of
dreams and premonition.
reincarnation.
Told you, reincarnated. Now let's talk about this, okay? See, you know what, I'm not going to say anything, but see, we know all this is Egyptian, but every time we get pictures of it, this is how they look. Alright, and I'm going to be nice, I just wanted to point that out.
God of rituals.
See, they take all this now and make it all tarnished and satanic. So they take all our history stuff, which is just the 5-point star, with the constellations around it, okay? Just meaning, movement, rotation, that's all it is, encapsulated in the universe. That's all this uterus means. It means universal hetero. All this stuff is encapsulated inside of the woman. That's all that all this stuff meant. They take all this stuff and make it satanic, including the woman, scorned her, said that she brought evil on the earth because she gave Adam an apple. But the white man, of course, didn't. He could never do wrong because he's Jesus. And all this stuff is art stuff that we use to perpetuate love and beauty and understanding and sustainment all over the earth. They took it all, tarnished it, made it satanic, and now we got people standing on the corner busting nines at each other, selling dope, disrespecting women, the women disrespecting these, all that. Oh, it's just ridiculous.
And God of vegetation. Vegetation.
God of regeneration. And that's all I'm talking about.
Now, the thing that I want to point out here also was he was God of death. And a lot of people feel death and think that it's all this bad stuff, you know, about death when there's a God of death.
Look at this. 1, 2, 3. They're showing you the God Asar always has these UFOs with him to sustain him. You notice these things came with me. Look at this down here. Okay, so I'm telling you guys right now, I'm sick of this broke shit. Alright, you're not going to keep me poor on my own planet. I'm going to tear some shit up if I don't get me some money. That's all to it, because I got shit to do. And I ain't begging nobody and I ain't working for nobody. You guys going to give me my shit back or it's going to be some trouble. Just that I'm going to have these things whoop some ass on this planet. And you can be real smart and just make sure when the ass whooping start, you don't get one by writing me some provision for having your ass living here. Because I got work to do to make sure that it's always going to be here for your ass to live here. Otherwise, Jesus is going to tear this bitch up.
Which is not true. I want to point out that he is actually, another one of his titles was he who is always happy. Osiris was always happy being with Isis, and also he loved what he did.
And I am always happy, but I have a job to do. And that's the reason why I have to be serious about getting my objective completed. And you all are invited to help me do it. Because guess what?